traditionally there's not been training in partnering. You simply learn the dance, and there's partnering movements in the dance, and you learn those movements. And so you sort of develop an intuitive sense of how to do the work, for example, this right here. And so that's how I sort of developed the terminology and the sort of concept around stranding partnering into different categories, and this whole partnering thing that I do is sort of a desire to share that in terms of undergraduate training. There's a sense of where that is. It's that place of balance that when you shift it either over your base of support, one leg or the other leg, or both legs, or the hand, or whatever, that you're trying to align the center over that place. And then the idea of at least a base of support for us is that area that's marked out. It's here between the feet. And so the idea is that if you shift the center of gravity over to one edge, then it becomes less stable. And the more you keep it to the center, the more stable it is, and the more in balance that you are. Right. And the further away I am from my base of support, the further away I need that other person to be, depending on their weight, from my base of support, in order to do what we call a counterbalance.
Which, of course, living things, humans is bio. And mechanics is technically a branch of physics. Mechanics can also be characterized as a way of thinking about human movement that's really driven by breaking the movements and really the body down into little component parts.
They're often injured, and we often don't take into consideration what might injure them, or how to achieve those results we want without injuries. It's a very difficult field.
For me, I do cross-training, and I really believe a lot in that. In terms of class, what I try to do certainly is do partnering movements that stress the body less, in terms of the back especially. But also talk about, at least biomechanics, ways of efficiently doing the movement so that you don't put as much stress on the back or other joints that can potentially injure someone.
With science.